Hello, hello. How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? Good to see you, Mr. Randall, Sherilyn. Good to see you. Lego Masters episode 11 just came out. Episode 11 just came out. Flip my block. Wow, what an episode. What an episode. Man, oh man. Uh, Of course, this is Tuesday, which means this is a non-spoiler review. Non-spoiler review of this episode. Again, I don't like to spoil the episode for those on the West Coast. You guys on the West Coast, you haven't seen it yet. So I'm only going to talk about my initial reaction to this episode. And man, what an episode! Very fun episode. Um, I like this episode a lot. I feel like this episode kind of went back to the Lego Masters season one, my season. It goes back to that type of feel episode. Like this entire season has been challenges that test their ability in building, stretches the brick, damage and destroy what they built. Uh, but it also kind of gives a different look on how to build with Lego. And with our season, it was more like the creativity and bringing something practical to life. So this challenge, they had to take a practical house already built, and they had to create it into a different type of house. They had to create it into a super house, a house with movement. And I thought that that was a real cool challenge because, again, it brought us back to our first challenge, the Dream Park theme park, where we took a section of the theme park and we had to build it up to make motion and all that cool stuff. So I think they did a great job in this challenge doing that. Um, I thought it was a cool challenge because it definitely took the abilities of the builders to another level. Um, let's go right into some of the awesomeness. So there's four teams left. Um, I feel, and I keep saying this, and I feel like I'm a broken record saying this, but I am so happy. I am so excited that in this, well, in the in the last four teams of Lego Masters, there are teams of brothers, three sets of brothers are getting close to the finale, and man, I love that because again, me and my brother, we were the first brother team on Lego Masters. So to see that in this season, it's three brother teams that are going, getting closer into the finale. Man, it just warms my heart. It's like I'm biased because of that, but an incredible team with Natalie and Michelle. They are a force to be reckoned with. They are representing the moms. They are representing the do-it-yourselves persons. Like they are representing and they are bringing it. So, um, you know, last week was a rough week. This week, man, it proved to me as to why these teams are where they are in this competition. They are the best. They are the best. They are showcasing that, and I thought that they did a great job in doing that in this week's challenge. It was fun. I thought this episode was really, really fun. Will Arnett is a riot. And the key word was extreme. It felt like a episode of it felt like an episode of Sesame Street where they had like the word of the day, and everybody goes crazy. So that's what it felt like. This challenge. It felt like they were just going berserk every time they heard the word extreme. Um, oh my gosh, it was really good. It was really good. It was a fun challenge. Um, everybody had a different approach, and I thought everybody's approach was very different. I thought everybody's approach was really cool. Now, as it relates to um, where you go in this competition, the only way to go now in this competition is continually going up, continually pushing the boundaries, pushing yourselves each and every episode. And I feel like there are teams that are pushing themselves every episode. and I appreciate that because it just goes to show that they are willing to take some risk, and when you're willing to take some risk, you are also preparing yourself to go even further. And I thought that every team pushed the boundary as to what they can do with Lego. I thought every team pushed the boundary as to what they can design in Lego, which is really, really good. Um, Not to spoil anything, again, not spoiling anything. Um, when it comes to who won this challenge, um, I think the winners of the challenge, um, it was a surprise. It was really a surprise as to who won in this challenge. Um, the reason why I say that is because, again, I don't know, it was, I mean, clearly, if you saw all four, clearly one team got to win. I mean, I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. One team had the win. Clearly, when it comes to what they were looking for, as far as motion, you know, the aesthetics. They try to say something about the aesthetics, but there's no way you could convince someone as to, yeah, it's because of your aesthetics you didn't get number one in this challenge. Come on now. I mean, it was forced. It was forced, in my opinion. Um, but the team who did win, they did hit the measure as far as what they have as far as their build is concerned. They definitely met that bar. But again, it was like, all right, well, this team compared to another team, clearly one team had the victory. But I get why. When you're thinking about a show and you're thinking about a certain, it's just like sports, right? If you have a sports, I can't even say that because if I say that, I'm going to give away what I'm saying. Bottom line is this: the team that won did a great job with their build. They did not deserve any other place but top two, hands down, without a doubt. However, one team clearly, but it's becoming more and more the same. As far as the bottom teams are concerned, it was interesting where they went with it. I mean, if you look at our episode, our season, you kind of get an idea of how the formula goes towards the end of Lego Master, and they pretty much did the same formula on the way to Lego Master, but a little twist. They did do a little twist in it and switch it up, which I like because it had me guessing, and I was like, oh shoot, oh that's pretty cool. So that was really cool that they did that. Man, these spoiler reviews are getting non-spoiler reviews are getting harder to do because without exposing too much. Um, but I truly thought that each of the teams did a great job. I thought the teams who won definitely deserved that win. I think the teams. I'm sorry, one second. I'm just a little distracted. What's going on? Okay, I don't I don't know. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Um, yeah, so I thought all the teams did their best as as you would expect for them to. You would expect for them to do their best. You would expect for them to definitely shine, and I thought every team definitely shined to the best of their ability. Um, Next week's episode is going to be interesting because it is 2 episodes left in the season. So next week's episode is the semifinals. So the teams that are going into the semifinals, they definitely have to bring their best. And it's only because you want to make sure that um, it wasn't a mistake or it wasn't a fluke that they decided to keep you on board. It wasn't just you know and the teams that have been doing great this entire season could be sent home. Cause so that is the twist that I think next week's episode is going to bring. I don't want to say this week was a filler, because it definitely brought another scale of challenge to what the teams can bring. But when it comes to next week's challenge, I think next week's challenge have more stakes, and because it has more stakes, there's definitely more at risk. And again, I'm just so ecstatic to see these brothers teams. In this episode with Mark and Steven, they had a moment where I could understand exactly where they were. When Steven said, the morale just got sucked out. And man, I understood that wholeheartedly. In episode 3, the cut in half challenge with me and my bro, when we got to that halfway mark and we had to sit on the side, we had to watch the other teams continue to work. And I kept looking at our build. My brother, he was kind of interacting, talking, laughing and everything. But I was just so focused on our build because I was saying to myself, our build is over there and we only have 5 hours to really wow these judges. And, I'm like, how are we going to be able to pull this off? Because, what we're trying to accomplish, I can only build but so much. I can only design but so much, and it really got to me, it really got in my head, and my morale went down. Even when they said, go back in, start building, my morale was down. I was shot. I was like literally like dragging my feet. Like, what's the point? What is the point? Like look at all the other builds that are coming up. Our build is not coming up too well. There's other teams that, might not be as strong a builder than us, but they have at least a story. They have something to show. So when I saw Mark and Steven going through that morale change, that was hard. Michelle, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Great job this episode. I thought you guys did a wonderful job. I was nervous how they displayed, how they did the final display for you guys. But, the you know what they do on the show. They kind of leave you on a cliffhanger, then they come back and, you got to see what happens. But I thought you guys did a great job. You and Natalie definitely did a great job flipping that house. You definitely showed your DIY skills on this house. So great job to you too. But yeah, when it came to Mark and Steven, I was really like, yikes. I knew what they were going through. I knew what they were going through with that morale. And then, you have your brother with you. So your brother is going to be like, hey man, come on, man. We can get it going. We can shake it off. We can do this, Fork, good to see you. It's, so I know what that felt like, when it came to me, my bro, he tried to do that. And it helped, it helped. He said, come on, man, we can finish strong. We could still do this. Let's get it done. And that got me going. That gave me motivation, to say, all right, you know what? If this is our last hurrah, if this is if this is how we're leaving Lego Masters, then we're going to take it to the extreme. We're going to go all the way out, no pun intended. We're going to go all the way out with our build. We presented what we presented, and we went from there. But again, it's all about how you end your season. And I think that each of these teams have gone through all these challenges, and for some of them, they have been in the middle of the field. Others have been in the top, which kind of shows, their skill level. When you're up there, you're up there. It's not a lot of challenges they could throw at you that's going to hit, tip you off your game. Might be shaky a little bit, but you'll still definitely pull it off. Again, with Zach and Wayne, they are masters in what they do. Their builds are always pristine. There's the build that they did today, kind of reminiscent. It was kind of reminiscent on the first build that they did, right? So the first build they did with the dragon, in the wings going, well, the dragon itself going like this. They did something very similar in their build tonight. And I don't want to say it was kind of repetitious. It wasn't, because of, it's still very tricky and very complicated to make the motion that they did, but they added two other motions in it. I was like, man, aside from making it actually fly, it would have been amazing. Michelle, what's up? What's up? Birthday girl, coming off your high. That's good. That's good. Yeah, it was like, okay, it kind of makes sense where they're heading to this. Um, I'm not sure what's happening. Sorry. Yeah, I think it was. It was. All right. Sorry, I got like stuff going on. But yeah, so again, seeing what they were able to do, just mind blowing. And then Caleb and Jacob, they did a great job with their build. They got a rough hand, and what I liked about this episode, dude, there was a little twist. I'm not gonna tell you what the twist was, but there was a little twist, and the twist they had to incorporate with their build, which I love that. I love that NPU. Nice part usage. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, they did a great job implementing it. They did a great job mixing it into their build. Um, I thought the motion that they created, I thought that was pretty cool. I really don't agree with what the judges said about Caleb and Jacob's build. I thought it was really cool what they did with the actual house itself. I don't think any other team really did something like that. But again, it was great, brother Steven. Steven, I was just talking about you, man. That means you're gonna live for a long time, bro. I was just talking about you, man. I was just saying, when you was talking about how the morale left, when you guys were building, you guys started looking at the time, and how you said, Mike, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Long time no see, man. Yeah, when you said like the morale went for you and Mark, when you started seeing the time and everything like that, and you started seeing what you guys had to get done, man, I felt the same way. I felt the same way on our last build on the show. Like our morale was like, it was just sucked out. It was just, we were just looking at it. We were just like, oh man, jeez. Yeah. Yeah. It was tough. It's tough to get out of that hole. Once you've gotten that hole of morale and you're feeling bad about your build, you're looking at the time, and the time is not stopping because you don't feel like you want to build no more. It's going to keep going. You know what I mean? It's going to keep going. And man, oh man, that was just tough. But man, yeah, man, brother Steven, like when I saw that, man, I thought of you, man, and I was like, yeah, I know exactly how you felt. But anyway, Caleb and Jacob, their build, I thought their build was really, really good. Kind of basic, which I understood. It's a lot you got to cram in. 11 hours is not a long time when you're trying to do everything you're trying to do. You're trying to make an entire structure move. That's a lot of work. You got to get the mechanics right, and then you have to build on the mechanics. You got to make sure it's not as heavy. Got to make sure it's light, because if it's too heavy, it's not going to move. Because when those gears start to grind and they start to mesh, and the meshing starts to get too tight, it gets a little worn, and as it warns on the battery and on the motor, it starts to strain. It starts to drain that battery. So there's a lot of things you got to do. I have these things here that I did with my students, right? And it's all about these gear meshings. If your gears are not meshing the right way, and you put too much weight on it, see that? You start to get it slowed down, and as it slows down, that could cause some type of disaster. You don't want that when it comes to impressing these judges, because they're not looking for you to like just say, hey, we're going to try to pick it up, in the next episode. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. Mike, I've been doing great, man. I've been doing great, doing awesome. No more summer camps. Summer is over for me as far as summer camps is concerned. Getting ready for fall, focusing on fall, getting that ready. Yes, Lego robot coach. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Either me or Randall, Mr. Randall, because that's the legit Lego coach. I'm just a Lego master. So big difference. But anyway, I do robotics though. Anyway, who else? Yeah, Mark and Steven. So their build. Mark and Steven's build was, they did a great job with their build. A lot of life going on. Michelle and Natalie. I thought their build was really cool. there was parts of the build that gave a little problems when they were displaying, which is, it happens. But I'm glad they were able to get it together and they were able to showcase their full build. Um, Man, they just took their house and they totally flipped it. And I thought they did a great job with that. The detail of it, the party aspect of it, it was just really, really fun. Even the movement was fun. Um, I thought they did a great job. I knew where they were going with what they were trying to do. They could have done it if they had some gearbox housing. I don't know if they had any worm housing gearboxes on the show. But I feel as though if they had something like that, then they would have been able to do one of the things they were trying to do with movement. And I thought it would have really knocked the socks off of the judges. Man, I'm so stoked about this episode because me, I'm the gear guy. The first day of shooting, I went right to the gears and I started taking out all the gears. I started grabbing gears and motors and all that stuff. And they were like, "Yo, man, what you doing all those gears, man?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna use all of them." And my build had the most gears. Well, maybe not the most gears, but my build had a very intricate system. The first episode, when we did our teacup ride, we had people riding on the top of the teacup. Then we had people on the bottom of the teacup, and then they had the entire ride spinning. So there was like 3 motions of spinning all together, and it was perfectly balanced. And Jamie even said that to what you guys were trying to do as far as your build is concerned, is extremely complicated and extremely intricate, and you guys were able to do that. And I thought that was really nice of him to say that. So again, it all depends on what you're able to do as a builder. And I thought all these builders tonight definitely did a great job with their builds. I thought they came out and they nailed it. I thought they did an amazing job. Please go and watch this episode of Lego Masters. Please, please, please go and watch this episode of Lego Masters. It was a great episode. It was a fun episode. And I know you guys have a great time watching it. Okay. That's the end of my recap of Lego Masters. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will stick around for another 30 minutes because I'm still building my new and improved Stormbreaker. So let's start with this right here. Right now I'm kind of building the stump, and then I'm going to continue to build all through it so that it looks like an actual tree. So it is very heavy now, and that's good because at first this tree portion was very light. So I think with this, it's going to be more of a balance when I put these pieces on. I think that's what's going to happen, but I'm going to definitely connect this up here. But I want this thing to be really, really tall. So I'm probably going to work a little bit on the new blade. So we're going to do that tonight. All right. So let's get that going. Of course, we want to get some tunes playing. So let's get it. Let's go. How did you guys like the episode? Let me ask you guys that question. How did you guys like the episode? Let's see. Great, right? Yeah, they did a good job. This episode was really fun, really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. All right, so I'm breaking this down, and I'm gonna go with this type of hammerhead. So I'm gonna try to keep it like this, but I'm gonna probably take this piece off. I'm gonna take a couple of stuff off, but I want the front of this hammer to have this kind of hexagon piece. Big Ben, what's up, man? So I'm probably gonna go with that. I just did a non-spoiler review of Lego Masters, the episode tonight. Did you check it out? Did you see it? Oh, you haven't watched it yet? Okay. Well, I didn't spoil anything. So, Soundwave Bolt, good to see you. Yeah, so I didn't spoil anything. So we're gonna use this as the new hammerhead. So I'm probably gonna break some of this stuff down. So I'm redoing the Stormbreaker's head. So the hammerhead portion of Stormbreaker, I'm redoing that. Absolutely, we could do that soon. We could definitely do that. So I'm gonna break all this stuff down, and I want to change this up a little bit. So this fell apart while I was yeah. So we're gonna do this for sure. We're gonna break this down a little bit. Try to make this make sense. So I'm probably gonna have the dark gray go down the side. Like that. I may have to take this big piece off because it kind of doesn't make any sense anymore to have it. So I'm gonna have to take that off. Oh, appreciate that. It's not looking good now because I just took it apart. So Princess Brick Buttercup, good to see you. Yeah. So who saw Lego Masters tonight? I just spoke about it. Just talked about it. It was amazing. It was a fun episode, really fun episode. Hope everybody had a great time watching it. So, yeah. So I'm literally taking apart this. Take off all this skeleton stuff. You saw it? Awesome. What you thought about it? What you think about it? You thought it was good? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it you know what? What'd you think? No. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Okay, good. Yeah, don't spoil it. No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers for those on the West Coast. But Will Arnett was in it. That is a bit of a spoiler. So that's a big time spoiler. So this should be So I want this to be. This is such a very difficult piece to build on. Got you to build Iron Man for her. That's pretty cool. Kiddo is doing great, man. Kiddo is doing great. So this is where we at right now. I feel like it's gonna be so complicated. I'm trying to think how to do it. Granted, I could do. I could put a ball joint here. Could work. See what happens. Oh yeah, he has the he has the coolest dad ever, like hands down, without a doubt. Like coolest dad right here. That's me. Coolest dad ever. Ever. I mean, there's other cool dads, but his dad is a Lego master. Yeah, can you imagine? Once he realizes what Lego Master is, I'm gonna have him watch like whatever season of Lego Master that they're on, that they'll be able to understand, and then he'll watch it. He'll be like, "Oh wow, those people are so cool." I'm like, "Did you know that your dad was the first Lego Master in America?" He'll be like, "What?" I'll be like, "Yes." He'll be like, "No." I'll be like, "Yes." So it's gonna be so cool. I have like 30 of those plates with. Yeah, I ordered like 3 of them. Yeah, I ordered like 3 of them, which I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I mean, I'm probably going to use them for something else, most likely. But you know, the Lego Sensei. It's pretty cool. I like that too. I keep dropping this thing out of my hands. Now I know what I'm gonna do. I was exposed to COVID at school, so I get 2 weeks off. Man, oh man, dude, just be careful, all right, little bro. Please be careful out there, man. This thing is no joke, man. And you kids, you guys have to be so careful, so careful. You cannot play games with this thing. This thing it's not a joke, man. You know, you're putting your family at risk. You're putting other people around you at risk. You gotta be so careful, man. You gotta be so careful. my math, so I think I'm okay, but you never know. Very true. Very true. You never know. You gotta be so careful. You gotta be so careful. All right. See, when I'm dancing like this, that means I'm coming up with some ideas. Oh, that was a bad mix. That was a bad mix. Oh my gosh, that was bad. All right. I want to see what this looks like when I'm done with it. So. Green Bricks 12. What's up? Nah, I'm good. I'm about to come off in a second. Not too much longer. But thank you though. Thank you, Brickman. But I will be leaving in just a few minutes. This is a pretty busy night. So it looks like this is where we're going with the hammer. So we're going to try to find a way to bring it in. Let's see how we can do bringing it in. Yes, that new tumbler's coming out. That should be pretty awesome. I am looking forward to that. I didn't get the first tumbler, so hopefully I can get my hands on this one. It's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be $250, $249, I think. I think it's coming out for $249. So that should be pretty good. Yeah, I read about that. It's supposed to be a horror film. It's scary. People like the executives' initial reaction is that it's a horror film. It's scary. I don't even know anymore. I don't know. I don't know what Batman is anymore. So I don't know. It's whatever. I'm sure Batman fans is going to enjoy that. I don't see the purpose in it. Why are we making Batman a horror character now? Like, have you? It just seems like they're just trying different things now at this point. You know, it's like, all right, well, what can we capitalize on? What can we, what's something that Batman hasn't done before? Oh, horror. I don't know what that means, so I don't want to pretend I have an idea of what it could be because I don't have no clue where they're going with this. So I don't know. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how much more of a horror film it could be. It's based off of a comic book character, so I have no idea. Yeah, I don't even like how this looks. Now, I've seen people do this, but they use wing plates to make this effect. I don't even think I have enough grays to do this. I've completely demolished this thing, so at this point I can't go back. Hey Phil, how are you? Doing good. Doing good. Working on this new design. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm on the fence with it right now. So, yeah, I'm on the fence with this right now. I just feel like it's going to take too much work. Not too much work, but too much pieces that I don't have. So, yeah. I thought you had commented. Well, I got the stem part. You know, the stem part of it was actually how I wanted it to be. So, but the hammer part, trying to fix the hammer part. That's the only thing. Now I gotta fix this. Red Warrior, good to see you. Anna B Music, good to see you. I'm starting to work on that honor roll, bro. German class. Ooh, German is a hard language to learn, my brother. So yeah, man, work on that honor roll, bro. My honor. Listen, I'm a man of my word. So you get that, you knock it out the park. We'll talk about getting you that Lego set. So here it is. This is the stump. So the hammer part is what I'm working on now, which I might have to change this up. Don't know how far I could bring this in. Not sure where we're going with this. Yeah, some fucking electro music. So this is that. This is how the hammer part is gonna look. I gotta just continue to go on with this. Hey, Miss Slobricta, good to see you. Oh yeah, it's definitely getting big, but the front of it needs to be, the circumference needs to be a little bigger. I don't know if I can do something like this. I could do it like this and keep the middle part hollowed out. Could do something like that. Place this piece here. Let me reevaluate. Yeah, let me reevaluate. Folks, I will see you guys later. I'm kind of fried right now trying to think of how to do this. So I'm going to think about this and get back to you guys. Hope you guys had a great night. Make sure you go and watch episode 11 of Lego Masters, Flip My Block. It's a fun episode. It's a cool episode. And I hope you guys enjoy it. All right. Brickman, I'll let you come on another night, my man. All right. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Peace.